everybody, welcome back to Northernlion, plays Binding of Isaac AFTERBIRTH Plus. I know no one's gonna be like, oh, I'm so excited, please do another Blue Baby Greedier run, but I would really like to knock this out. And I thought we got some good momentum last time. There's your seed. GG, YL. Good game, young lion, good game. Let's hope so. Blue cap. It's the greatest thing we've ever gotten in our entire lives, and the only thing we've ever asked for. It was a very weird situation here. 3 extra cents in a crawl space. The only time I will not look down my nose at 3 cents in a crawl space is the first floor of a greedier run. I'm happy to see it. Now, use your brain. Is it worth... Is it worth playing the Demon Judgment? Possibly, but probably not. What's our game plan on this floor? I think, now that we've got a rate of fire increase, it should be a little, not much, but a little easier for us right off the bat on floor 1 here. Typically, one of the harder floors until we get to the boss. I think you should try to take out the entire first wave. The most annoying thing about the poop in greedier mode, by the way, is that it stalls our tears for like half a second and makes us that much less likely to actually be able to kill all the enemies, which means, like, I shouldn't be using the poop, but maybe I should be using the poop just to make sure that we can actually, maybe get a few extra pennies. Maybe it's worth it to get a few extra pennies at the risk of taking greater amount of damage. I don't know, but don't get twisted yet. Like, we're actually in a very, very, very good position. We basically got a 30% DPS upgrade right off the gate, which is a pretty amazing... you're not going to get that for very long in a game like Isaac. Partly because your damage gets better faster later most of the time, so a 30% damage increase on floor 1 is like, a lot easier to create than a 30% damage increase on the boss fight, for example, but secondarily, I don't know what I was going to say secondarily, but what I will say is that the floor is going pretty well so far. Stationary enemies that we can defeat with positioning alone, we're going to save till, don't have to fight them anymore. We'll save them for the end, or at least until it's convenient. Spiders that create more spiders. If I can even take out just them, which is not going to happen, I'll be pretty happy, but it's our final wave. It's actually so much, and I hope that anybody out there, most people I think were being pretty understanding, but anybody out there was like, well, just learn how to beat the first floor with your base damage, can now see one mere DPS improvement on floor 1, and the whole world is opened up to us. We are going to pay, we already had a key, but we're going to pay 5 cents for a key, which we should not have done. We're going to get Fire Mine, and I will take it, because I think we have to be a little risky. Our next step is probably 9 volt. Immediately 9 volt is useless. No question about it. However, its long-term use is absurd. So this is why we take Fire Mine, by the way. We do have to recall, it's actually, this is the easiest point of Fire Mine for us, is fighting bosses. When we're fighting waves, enemies that get right up next to us, things are gonna suck. But for now, just tough it out, do your best. Stay far away. Execute your own plan. I'm gonna be at 21 cents. I'll tell you what, let's fight whatever we get here first, and it would be very merciful to get a Spirit Heart here, or via an HP upgrade. It could theoretically happen. I would like to see it, of course. If we do, we could actually take a good deal with the devil. We got 3.5 Spirit Hearts, 4.5 would be a little nicer, but okay. No such luck. Dude, it's very hard for me to not take Death's Touch here. I think we sort of have to go for it. And I don't do that lightly. I want that to be clear. We'll buy a Spirit Heart. We'll buy the 9 volt. We'll buy another Spirit Heart. And I know this is dangerous, but is there a better, like, general category of tier effect for greedier mode than piercing shot, allowing you to take out multiple waves easily? I don't think so. Alright, Juicy Sack is fine, and then a free Spirit Heart, but the opportunity cost there is obviously something that we might prefer to get like a damage upgrade on instead. But, you know, opportunity cost, I feel like people misinterpret it. Opportunity cost is it's a valuable thing to pay attention to. Like, for example, I'm trying to think of a good example that doesn't make me sound like an authority, because for the most part, I don't know what I'm talking about. You know, I was introduced to the concept of opportunity cost when I took an economics course in college, but I didn't really understand it at the time, because as a college student, well, as a young person in general, which, I mean, I would still describe myself as, but as a young person in general, you know, you got a lot of time. So opportunity cost, it feels a little bit different, wouldn't you say? You know, the idea that, sure, it might take me 100 hours of unpaid labor to make this thing, but, you know, it's not like I'm doing anything else, you know? It's like for opportunity cost to be valid, you have to have the opportunity to do something else with your time. It's like, you know, I could... Here's a good example of opportunity cost. Occasionally, and this is not... I don't mean to pile on any sort of negativity, but... occasionally, there will be people that I think are very misguided and don't understand that, you know, above all else, I'm probably never going to be an esports caliber athlete, and instead I'm just entertaining off the cuff. At least that's the idea. And they go, I don't understand. Why doesn't NL just put in the time to get good at battle royales? Imagine how much more successful he could be if he became very good at battle royales. And in some level, you're right. You know, if I could get myself to the level of a truly competitive battle royale expert, maybe it would be a good business decision, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't have the desire. And moreover, think about how many Isaac episodes we'd be missing over the cost of that. There's your opportunity cost, or over the course of that, I should say. A lot of good items here. 100% I'm taking Chaos. That hurts. Why take Chaos in this situation? Highly simple. Okay, I'm actually going to sack half of our Demon Heart to check this. Now it's not sacking half the Demon Heart, so I'm glad we did it. Why take Chaos? It's slow, but we don't need speed, pace, etc., etc. And the idea is now we don't have to take deals with the devil and pay our very limited amounts of HP, thank you so much, in order to get deal with the devil caliber items. It makes it so much more likely we'll get something like Guppy. I didn't even need to check that. Even Car Battery I would probably pick up before anything else here. So I'll tell you right off the bat, this run is looking... It has the keys to bust it wide open. Holy Mantle, Pentagram, piercing shots, particularly piercing shots via Death Touch. Holy Mantle is really only useful on waves, but... So just, if you want to take no damage, which is noble and also very valuable, it's pretty simple. If you get hit, just run on top of the button while you still have your iframes. And, life is but a dream, dude. This has been probably the easiest wave in my greedier mode career as Blue Baby. Okay, this actually went totally fine. So, are we going to get enough money to buy a key and car battery? Yes. So I'll buy car battery, not necessarily even to use it right now. Oh, dude. So car battery Book of Belial is not meaningful. However, Book of Belial by itself is so much better than the poop. I mean, you don't need me to tell you that, of course. If you've ever played Isaac before in your life and gotten both of these items, you'll know for yourself. But we can use that until we get a better item. If we're stuck with Book of Belial, sure, it doesn't really take advantage of 9 volt. It doesn't really take advantage of car battery, but it still is a pretty good get. So I'm not going to turn up my nose at something that actually, like, drastically improves our chances of winning, even if it doesn't take advantage of our synergy, you know? Just don't shoot the spiders when they're right next to you. Yeah, we're in a very, very, very good spot now. Certainly, that's just a comical waste of our money. We have 10 cents remaining. We could buy Celtic Cross, and I actually think we should. Now, your boy, which is me, would love to get some of that Guppy's Collar action, but I'm not willing to sack down my golden heart to make it happen yet. So we'll hope that we get Guppy items later. Even if we don't, we'll just remind ourselves we were kind of unlikely to make Guppy, even if we picked up Guppy's Collars. So just save your money and spend it on something else instead for now. That's the idea. Okay. Out of all these, you definitely would look at this and say that Satanic Bible with 9-volt and car battery is a really, really good get. It would compromise our damage somewhat, which is not meaningless, and now we have to be very cautious about our damage, but it would mean that we're going to have 12 hearts, basically without a doubt, for the Ultra Greed fight. And that's just, I mean, that's 12 hearts of defense, and also 11 hearts of offense, technically, but, you know, because you die if the last one gets popped, but you get the idea. We're also about, like, realistically, we're about to lose our golden heart, which is bad, but, you know, if you got a heart to lose, that's the one you want to lose. So you get a little bonus out of it. So just be cool here. Between all this stuff and Celtic Cross, I really think we've got a genuinely great chance of actually making this run work. And I couldn't be happier, dude, to have a chance to be done with a Blue Baby Greedier. We still got a lot of Blue Baby to handle. Oh, that was so bad. I don't mind playing Blue Baby. It's just the Greedier specifically is like a friggin' nightmare. Okay, so we'll pop this. Now, what's next on the agenda for us? More damage, really. HP should be handled. That should be Bookworm, which is pretty good from a damage standpoint. We can go into our Curse Room for free, so let's do that. Probably should start out every floor by doing that. Who knows? Infamy might have saved us enough to be meaningful. Yeah, it's damage right now. Like, damage is good. Especially with Bookworm, it's very nice, but could be a lot better. And we're gonna really, really want it to be a lot better for Ultra Greed. And not just for Ultra Greed, but for all the waves prior to it as well. So our defense is literally like 10 out of 10 right now. Our offense is like 7. Still pretty good. I'm not trying to pull a Hell's Kitchen on you here. Make it look like it's, you know, impossible to win and then, you know, at least get back in line. But sorry. Just prepare yourself for the fact that all of my anecdotes will be filtered through Hell's Kitchen for the next, you know, couple of weeks. If you haven't already. Firemind is now becoming more of a liability. But I'll tell you, it's not Firemind's fault, it's my fault. And it's also the fault of us having low speed.
Power pill. Lemon party.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. We could buy Spirit Arts. I would rather not. I mean, this run's gonna finish up quickly. We didn't really get a chance to use Satanic Bible much on the last floor, so this next floor is gonna be where it's gonna, you know, hopefully shine. It's our last floor with item rooms, so Clicker is obviously just horrendous for many reasons. One of which is that it's bad to begin with. Another one, in case you're skeptical, is it would mean that if we won, we wouldn't even win as the character we'd want to win as. So we do have to choose. Guppy's Paw is literally just a Guppy pickup. It has no other benefit for us whatsoever. Okay, so I screwed up a little here. We should have stepped on the button. Now we will step on the button just to stay cool here. I haven't decided yet how I'm going to handle this. This should give us 2 bombs, and it did indeed. So that's good reroll potential. And of course, we can come in here. We got 3 more bombs. It's actually very nice. This is on this floor right now, we're spoiled for choice. Oh, extremely good. I would really, really, really... Fair. I am a dumb idiot. I would really, 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 really like to buy even Rosary. You know, it's basically 3 HP upgrades for 7 cents. It's unbelievably strong. But I don't know. I do still look at the Guppy item, I suppose, and go, you know, that could be useful for us. And I guess I also look at the, thank you. I also look at the Rosary. Long story short, I have not decided yet. That's probably the best thing to say about it. We should have left the room and come back in so we got Holy Mantle protection. But you're seeing right now, even, you know, with my relatively poor performance, I know we got Polycephalus left, but you're seeing the value of Satanic Bible. And the power of that plus, you know, car battery. Hello! Surprised to see you there. I was gonna say, I got no clue where this guy is. He's gonna shoot the beam. No, I killed him before he shot the beam, unfortunately. There's 2 of you left still. I thought we killed one of you. Okay, again, leave and re-enter at the very least. This, as much as it is annoying for me right now because we have to make tough decisions, it's also like the soul and spirit of greedier mode, is that you have to do, like, you know, runtime evaluations of the caliber of the items. You know, you can't rely on a power ranking and be like, dude, we would never take the Rosary except in, like, the most extreme situations you could ever imagine on a normal run. But in Greedier, you know, as Blue Baby, you got a bunch of unique considerations to pay attention to, and, you know, I'm tempted. And that damage there is horrendous, but... So I know what you're thinking. No, we can't take it, because that's 2 Guppy's paws. Yeah, 2 Guppy's paws would not do it for us. I will buy a 7-cent Rosary. I will buy a 7-cent Trinity Shield. I will not buy a 7-cent HP upgrade. Bad deal. Will I buy a 7-cent or a 15-cent Black Candle? No, because I don't care about the curses. The Steven pickup was really nice. Okay, we got 1 more floor, which means probably 2 more items. I think if things go right, we could be okay. I'm not 100% convinced, but I'm willing to give it a shot. Certainly, I think our odds of winning as compared to the last run are much, much better. Number 1 thing we could pick up, shouldn't have stepped on the button, of course. Number 1 thing we could pick up, more damage. More damage, and don't get hit a lot on this floor, so you can have a good amount of HP to go into the next floor. So, what is conducive to that? Literally nothing here. I would probably... I mean, we're going to use our bombs to blow up... that's bad. I'm going to step on the button. We're going to use our bombs to blow up some of the greed heads, I think. Just to try to financially, like, turbocharge where we're at right now. Thank you. But I think we'd start with multi... Sure. I mean, we're not getting the hearts anyway. I don't think we've gotten a single spirit heart out of that, so... Yeah, we'd probably start with multi-dimensional, baby. Another thing we could do is just step on the button immediately, but, you know, it financially hobbles us a little bit, so I think that's a very, it's a decision so smart, you know, all you can focus on is how clever it is. You don't actually use your mental faculties to figure out that it's actually idiotic. Thank you, Trinity Shield. Always forget they spawn more greed heads in this fight. Another 7 cents. HP's looking lovely. Certainly we got 2 items available. If we have to go for Magic Scab, we can go for Magic Scab, but I don't think that's worth much for us here. Multi-dimensional bait. Okay, well, it's Magic Scab or Mr. Mega. The one thing I will say is that Mr. Mega may give us a Fire Mind benefit. Oh, thank you, Infamy. I mean, you have to, like, it's either that or, you know, 1 Spirit Heart. What do we care? Thank you, Holy Mantle. Now, if there's one thing I'm negative about right now, it's our speed, to be honest. I really feel like a lot of the damage we've taken or been threatened to take, but saved thanks to Infamy or Holy Mantle, is a result of the fact that we're still stuck at this, like, you know, 1.1 speed level. It's not horrible, but it's pretty nasty, you know. I know I've been doing these keeper runs at 0.85 speed, but, you know, those are kind of special cases to begin with. Certainly do not care about books here. Doorstop, irrelevant. Can you buy anything that's useful? I mean, you can step on the button, see what you get out of that. Bomb and a key. You could hope to get the quarter or something. You could look for a secret room. Realistically, we're not going to use our bombs too often against Ultra Greed, so... Alright. Yeah, I mean, you just wouldn't buy anything. It's not like you really care about getting a key. Yo, Death's List. Give us a relax pill. Huge! Don't let anybody tell you we haven't done anything for you. So we're gonna get... Oh, it's Monstro, right? Yeah. We're gonna get 2 more Demon Hearts, which means we should pop this right away. There's no reason not to pop it. I'm actually thinking Corner Strat is really nice. So we gotta get the Corner Strat, but... the reason Corner Strat is nice hinges around Multi-Dimensional Baby, essentially. The range stat is kind of terrible as well. It's unfortunate because it's like one of the fights on which we would like a large range, so that we could really take advantage of keeping our distance. I think this is going to be a long, relatively hard road, but, you know, we have so much HP. This is, like, Fire Mind is the biggest danger right here. We got real lucky. Okay, there's our first hit. Even with 2 speed, we were probably getting tagged by that, so I can't be too mad. I would like this greed to spend as much time in the fire as possible, and it's sort of almost happening, but not quite coming to fruition. It's all Fire Mind risk here. Hearts, no big deal. Yep. Keep in mind, we also have Celtic Cross, so we're going to get occasional invincibility from a variety of sources. Dare I even suggest a plethora of sources. The bomb did, like, an indiscernible amount of damage. I'm just, like, out of things to say. You know the expression, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all? I'm like... After fighting this boss for 4 minutes and taking off 1/1000th of his HP per hit, I'm just like, you know what? Maybe I'll keep my mouth shut. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just saying, dude. Rome wasn't built in a day. But if Romulus and Remus looked at Rome and said, man, this son of a gun is going to take, you know, 400 years to build, they might have said, forget that. Let's just eat some garum. But, you know, we can eat all the garum we wish after this run is over. For now, enjoy your life. Continue to stack up as many fires as possible on top of this nearly stationary enemy at most times. We should be looking on the bright side right now. We should be saying that this fight is almost half over, and we are not half over. Not even close, really. On the other hand, thank you, Infamy. On the other hand, all I can think of is the fact that, oh my god, we got like another 6 minutes of holding the arrow key down. But if we're looking on the bright side, as this guy is holding the arrow key down for the final time. Why walk into the bomb? Honestly, I looked at the optics and I said, I'm not getting away. And you can tell it's a very similar situation right there. I'm not getting away. If I'm not getting away, what can we do to get out of this without taking damage? You could kill the bomb. If we get closer, maybe we get 1 or 2 extra tiers out of it overall. Okay, corner strat. Immediate corner strat. I can't kill the bombs. Unless I focus on a single bomb. Alright. Finally, we can enact the first portion of corner strat. It's still like... as a result of our horrible range, or at least below average range, we actually can't wedge ourselves in as tightly as we normally like to. Some very astute dodges there. Just stay tight to the wall. So far, it's actually going relatively well, but you know, it's gonna be a trade. Thank you for being in the slowness there. No! I know we're making slightly reckless dodges, but he's got such good coverage with the explosions, dude. It's still tight. I would not feel confident calling this in either direction. Okay, let's go back to default corner strat in the hopes that maybe doing something like this can mitigate our range problems. Okay, bad start. I was gonna say very hesitant to stand there, but thankfully as a result of the slowness, 100% should not have stood there. I saw it and I said, you know what, maybe we got a chance to ride it. He's jumping? He's not jumping. He's jumping. Please, create fires under his feet. The range on your bombs is greater than my range on the tiers. We're getting something. It's not much, but it's something, dude. Thank you for spreading those shots like crazy. Enjoy being in the slow zone. You can't escape. I never would have expected speed and range to be so delicate here. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. That's so painful. I can't say enough in my own defense on that one. That's a morale killer. You go in there with full HP after a well-accomplished run. You come out with a loss thanks to maybe some ill-advised dodges, but also just a low speed and range stat. You know, one growth hormones or roid rage or something mitigates it, and you got a real chance. But for now, good game, young lion. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. More in the future. And follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Northernlion to be notified when I go live in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. See ya!